Hey everybody, a few months ago I made a video repairing this female-male connection on my 1.25" PEX going from the boiler into the house. And if you didn't see that video, I'm going to throw a link to it down in the description. That way you can check it out, because when I was fixing, it was this one here, the return line, it was actually inside the wall cavity, my cutout. I had to really pull on it and yank on it to be able to get this connection taken apart so that I could re-dope it and tighten it back up. And in that video I mentioned that when I installed this and cut them to get it all plumbed in, I cut them about 3 inches so that I had plenty of room to work. And then this last fall when I did that video, they were actually inside, so they had shrunk 3 inches, these lines did. And I know that there's some expansion and contraction within the lines depending on the temperature. But here we are, first week of March, and I've noticed this, ever since that video basically, but they're more than 6 inches out of the wall now, probably closer to 7 inches out of the wall. So they've expanded that far, and that just really tells me how much expansion and contraction you can have with these lines between, when it's running at 180 degrees right now versus when it's cooled down to, the 49, 50 degrees when it's just sitting idle under the ground. So if you're installing one of these, I'd highly recommend leaving at least 4 or 5 inches sticking out of the wall. That way when it does contract, once you bury your lines and it cools down to the temperature in the ground, when it contracts, it's not going to be inside your wall cavity. Just to show you how much expansion and contraction happens in these lines, there's about 95 feet from the boiler to right where we are now. And I just went through doing another video back feeding the boiler to top it off with water coming right from the potable water system, and holy crap, if you can see the difference here, running cold water through the return line, the 40-degree water, whatever it is, going through my return line, it shrunk that line by 3 inches within a matter of minutes. That's how I was closing up shop here, and I kept hearing this little crickle crackling, and it's this line coming back growing. So it really does make a difference. You can see the hot line, it didn't have cold water running through it. It's still sticking out about 4 or 5 inches. But that cold line, holy smokes. I mean, it's like a 4-inch difference. These lines are cut to the exact same length. Just so you can see the size difference there. Well, I hope that helps somebody. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.